speak of the welcome that was extended to Prime Minister Modi in Trinidad and Tobago. The Bihari community was seen welcoming the Prime Minister in Trinidad and Tobago. Bhojpuri Chautal to welcome the Prime Minister Modi. That is what we in fact saw. The Bihari culture being on display at Port of Spain, and ceremonial welcome was seen for the Prime Minister in Trinidad and Tobago. In fact, I'll just let you seep that in a little before we proceed into the conversation with Pranay. Now, the ties between Trinidad and Tobago and Bihar don't end there. Prime Minister Modi, in fact, called Trinidad and Tobago's Prime Minister Bihar ki beti while addressing one of the gatherings there. He's hailed Prime Minister Kamala Prasad's roots from Bihar's Bakhtar. He's addressed a massive Bhojpuri community in Trinidad and Tobago. Remember, 40% of the country's population is of Indian origin. And a rousing welcome, as we just showed you, was there for the Prime Minister by the Indian diaspora, and much of it was seeped in Bihari culture, as we have been bringing you the visuals of. Before we proceed with the conversation on this, let's quickly take a look at what exactly has been said by Prime Minister Modi while he's referred to the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago as Bihar ki beti.
You are not just connected by blood or surname. You are connected by belonging. India looks out you. India welcomes you. And India embraces you. Friends, प्रधानमंत्री कमला जी के पूर्वज बिहार के बक्सर में रहा करते थे। कमला जी स्वयं वहां जाकर भी आई है। लोग इन्हें बिहार की बेटी मानते हैं। आई एम श्योर यू ऑल वेलकम द रिटर्न ऑफ राम लला टू अयोध्या आफ्टर 500 years with great joy. We remember you had sent holy water and silas for building the Ram Mandir in Ayodhya. I have also brought something here with a similar sense of devotion. It is my honor to bring a replica of Ram Mandir and some water. And water from the river Saryu in Ayodhya.
With that, let's now cut across to Pranay Upadhyay, who continues to be with us. Pranay, you know, when we hear the Prime Minister's words, firstly, do help us understand, how do we look at these very connections that's been spoken about by the Prime Minister? Because when we speak of Trinidad and Tobago, for centuries, in fact, if we look at it, a considerable amount of their population have had Indian roots. They have, in fact, moved from India to this particular place that we're speaking of, Trinidad and Tobago, and this is over centuries, not today. And the Prime Minister mentioning that, the Prime Minister mentioning Bihar ki beti, do take us through the significance of all of it.
Priya, as Prime Minister used and said in Bhojpuri that 180 साल बीतल हो, मन न भूलल हो, भजन राम के हर दिन में गूंजल हो, meaning that like it's been 180 years, but still India is there in their hearts, and not only India, but still Lord Rama is there in their hearts. And this clearly shows the connection between the population of Trinidad and Tobago. These were the Indians who were taken on as contractual labor to Trinidad and Tobago. That was the agreement. And that's why this is how those who went and traveled to Trinidad and Tobago from India, the eastern part of India, especially Bihar and eastern UP, on agreement turn into girmitiyas, and because people could not pronounce agreement, and that's why they called it girmint, and it became girmitiyas. And there is in Caribbean a large population, be it Guyana, be it Trinidad and Tobago. These are the countries where the girmitiyas are in large number, and or in Mauritius. These girmitiyas went there as contract laborers, but now these are the free countries. Now they have built that country, but still they have preserved the India connect in these countries. And as Prime Minister rightly pointed out that, Bihar ki beti, why did he term it Bihar ki beti? Because he mentioned about her roots, the Prime Minister Kamala Prasad, sister's roots to Bakhtar. She is, still preserving those roots. And both Prime Minister and President of Trinidad and Tobago are the awardees of Pravasi Bharatiya Samman, the award which India has given to, to both these leaders. And this is the award which signifies, how India respects those who share that the diaspora connect, those who have preserved the Indian cultural values despite being, being in the other countries across the globe. Those who are working for the Indian cultural values. So this clearly shows that, how Prime Minister Modi respected and revered the cultural connect with the leadership of Trinidad and Tobago, but the people of Trinidad and Tobago, and especially he mentioned about the connection, the religious connection, because in Trinidad and Tobago, people there are Ram Mandirs, there are Ram temples, there are the tradition of bhajan and kirtan.
Absolutely.
As you find in eastern part of India, the Chaupal Kirtan and Ramayana.
Right, Pranay. Yes, absolutely. These connects that have been referenced to by the Prime Minister indeed are extremely significant, especially for the relations, the bilateral relations between India and Trinidad and Tobago. And quite a successful visit for the Prime Minister at this point, as he now continues with his journey on the 5-nation tour.